I got sound now. And we are up. And we are active. And as they say, highly attractive. What's good, my guy?
Is that it? We're active and highly attractive.
Active and highly attractive. Actually, I stole that from J. Poe, but they do say that.
You know what I'm saying? Active, but I don't even know highly attractive.
We missing somebody. Chappelle's not here today, man, but it's all good, though.
That's all good, man. We're going to make this thing work, man.
Man, it's coffee and coffee time. People, man, tap
One
in.
monkey.
Why we gotta be a monkey? Why he gotta be a monkey, bro?
One monkey
don't stop no show. Well, yeah, true. Mako proved that. Because Chappelle, when he had to leave early, then he came through and hung out with us and we vibed out. And, you know, he not here today, so we just gonna have some more fun. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out.
Mako was here last week.
He was.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, actually it was week before last. Because last week I was in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, week before last.
You're old, man.
Hey, man, don't get too old, bro. You know what I'm saying? We fresh, though. Got the fresh polo on. Is that polo?
I don't promote for free.
Oh, okay. That's a Parker. That's a Parker sweater you got on right there, man.
For free, man. So
okay.
They want to cut me a check. I can break it down, the fibers and everything.
So let me ask you this: what's something that you will do for free then, Flynn? If you don't promote for free, what would you do for free?
If it's within the culture, of course.
Okay.
I position myself to be a drum major for culture. I'm going to promote black culture for free, but
that makes sense.
Folks who already got the money, I can't do that. I can't do your life. I like how it feels comfortable.
Yeah.
But that's all. I'm weird like that, man. I was having a conversation last night. Were you there? We were talking. I thought you were.
Talking about a lot of shit.
The comedy scene, and I was saying I feel like the Bricktown Comedy Club appropriates black culture.
Hold on, let me do something. Let me get your mic, man. They're saying your mic ain't popping.
It's not popping?
Yeah, let me get you right. Hold on. I can hear you, but I can't hear you. You might want to pull it up just a little bit.
Pull it up, son?
Yeah. Now you got your whole little media center over there. I don't understand how it works.
Oh. Y'all heard the guy? Yo.
They got you.
You got me?
Yeah, I think they got you now.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, I think they got you.
Took my Latino brother to say something, man. Thank you, SA.
Your Latino brother?
Yeah.
You just hit him with the essay.
The essay. Is that positive or not?
It depends on the circle you in. I don't know, Poe. Is that okay? I say it. I ain't said it in a minute, though. But I might say, I got my essay partner.
Oh, I can't say it. I apologize.
Right.
Thank you, bro.
But that makes sense. Yeah.
I was talking about how I feel. This is me.
Okay.
Speaking as a person who can say this. I feel like venues like the Bricktown Comedy Club appropriates black culture. And I mean, even when the pandemic hit, like they led with black events. Like, let's do the black shit and see what happens, you know? And not direct sound, but he is heard.
Yeah, keep talking, Flynn. Let me get some shit fixed over here. What's going on?
Let me do something. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. See, Corey McGee, he come with that old technical, not direct sound.
He gonna let me know.
But he's heard.
Oh, yeah, you don't have no sound.
No.
Your mic don't sound nice.
My mic sound, it's not even plugged up.
It's not even plugged up.
This is embarrassing.
And I had this shit turned on too. Like,
this is embarrassing.
I can't hear this man's shit. This shit only be embarrassing to the person.
This is embarrassing. This is some bullshit.
Shut your ass up, Flynn.
Oh,
my terrible.
I'm not talking no more.
You not no more today?
I'm gonna drink this.
For the rest of the day. You just gonna be quiet all day. Is that what you gonna do?
Wow. The mic is
we'll do this for
love.
It ain't that messed up, man.
Trying not to break. Now we live, ain't even come off the phone.
Oh, it's gonna be just fine.
Now the glass broke.
It ain't gonna break. There, now let me turn it back up. You should be in the game.
All right, let's try this again.
Wow.
1 2 1 2.
There you go.
1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me now?
He's got audio.
I heard the little fake cheers. Okay.
These fake cheers. Those are real.
Now, as I was trying to say.
As you were saying.
As I'm gonna say.
Okay.
We were talking last night.
All right.
I know Courtney was there. I know Khalil was there. I thought it was you, but maybe it wasn't you. But I was talking about the importance of last night.
Okay.
Last night, we had, of course, Ryan Davis, Rito Brown, and the funniest host in America,
he's
Black Ron Daly.
Oh my God.
And he's just effortlessly funny.
Yes.
And I've been doing black comedy for over 20 years at this point in my life. I consider myself an expert. I am an expert.
Yeah, I'll take that, man. Yeah.
I'm an expert at it, and I'm a pretty good host, too, as well.
You funny.
So, thank you, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was saying that it's important that we continue to promote and control our art and our gifts, and we shouldn't just give them away. And I was talking about the difficulty of being a venue like I am, trying to intentionally do it in the black community, the black area where black people live. It's not really a community where black people live,
right?
Because that comes with some things that make it challenging. And what I mean by that is when places like Bricktown Comedy Club come through and they start appropriating the culture.
Mm-hmm. I was around.
Yeah,
I was around.
They can do because they're downtown. Mm-hmm. Because I say this all the time. I said white people love black experiences.
They do,
but they want it in the safety of their environments where they can control it.
Why don't I come over here tell you black jokes?
Yeah. So they're able to produce multiple experiences because they can get whites, Latinos, Indians. Everybody feels comfortable in white space, even black people. Even though we don't get treated well, but we still feel comfortable in white space. Yeah. That's just a psychological thing.
That has slowly changed for me over time, though, for sure.
Yeah.
But it was hard, though.
Right.
Very hard.
So they can offer a Corey Holcomb 5 shows.
Right.
See, I can offer Corey Holcomb 2 shows. Mm-hmm. So just economics, 5 versus 2, boom, takes 5.
I'm going to take it.
Then they got multiple venues. I got a venue in Portland. I got a venue in Washington State, venue in Wisconsin, Oklahoma City. We can go boom, 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 boom. So what happens is whenever our people are not conscious enough to know that that's what happens, and but we had a full house last night. I'm not talking about that. But that same artist, Ryan Davis, will be probably at Bricktown Comedy Club, and you're gonna pay $35-$40 to see him versus the $15 you paid last night.
Keep talking.
He loves me as a person, so he hung out all night.
He did.
Took pictures with whoever wanted the pictures.
I took a picture last night. Right. I took 2 pictures last night.
Smart, because he's a guy. He's a guy. He's a Hollywood guy. He's a writer. He's an actor. He's a comedian.
He's in the game.
He's in the game.
Yeah, he's in the game. For sure.
But the experience you get, the treatment you get, it's different. And I know it. I know we're providing a world-class experience for our people.
Hell yeah.
And I want us to continue to do that and to be conscious that we're doing that, because we can do these things without giving our talents away.
I like how you say that.
But we do it all the time. Like we're the only culture that will take something that's uniquely black, let's say a Black History Month program or something, then we'll take it to Chinatown. Then we'll take it downtown.
Let me ask you though, because my struggle with that has always been I wanted a very cool spot. It didn't really matter as much back in the day. The trickle down effect, like the economic effect of going to a venue that's not black owned. You know what I mean? Going to a part of town that's not really familiar with black culture. I was always just trying to be the cool DJ in the cool looking venue so that the cool looking ladies come out because it's a cool looking spot. But I never really thought about the trickle down effect or how that affects the black business owner that has an event space, that understands black culture, that understands that some people are probably gonna smoke in the parking lot, that the music's gonna be a little bit louder and we're a little bit more vocal about everything. You know what I mean? I didn't understand that.
Right.
You know?
And I'm glad you said that. And I have a saying that holds true. This is very true. It's never the buildings, but it's always the people.
I agree with that. After ice, I agree with that.
Always the people that make the building. The people make the building special.
They do.
I can take, and to prove my point, everybody right now, they always say, "Ooh, with those apartments across the street." Ooh, you're not talking about the apartments across the street. You're talking about the flesh and blood that lives there.
They're talking about what lives there.
I can make those same apartments, leave them as is, and make them apartments for the students that go to the OU Health Science Center, and now that's where the doctors and nurses that are in school and the people that are in dental school live. Then all of a sudden, the same environment, same everything, you feel lighter.
Yep.
So that's a psychological thing you have against yourself and your people.
I'm glad you said that.
It has nothing to do with those buildings.
I'm glad you said that because you so right, and I didn't understand that One, until I got older. And you just start looking at things. Well, you start looking at the real layers of things, right? And then ICE. I've learned so much in the last 2 years being a resident over there at ICE, man. One, because I'm around you a lot. So obviously the mindset is going to rub off. Either I'm gonna fight you or I'm gonna be more like you. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? But then being in the venue, knowing the conversation that we have off mic, knowing what you're really bringing to the city, and it could be anybody in your position with the same mindset, I would have the same conversations. It is really discouraging when people say they don't want to come to ICE and every reason they give you is invalid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you just looking at them like, yo, just say you don't want to go to the east side, or just say you don't want to be around black people.
Right.
Even though you're black. Just say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because I don't have a problem if you go outside the culture to find something to do. That's cool. Do that. You know what I mean? I mean, we're all shaped by experiences that are outside of black culture. Right. But you cannot run from black culture. Right. You can't. If you
I'm gonna suck you in regardless. Yeah. I'm gonna make it. I've heard so many people. Oh, I would never, until we brought Leandra Johnson for the first time. Then I saw the people that would never sitting there, and I got the photos and the videos. I always document everything, and them screaming and crying and hugging each other and shit.
Yeah, you right.
I'm the only person gonna do it. Whoever, I don't care where you at, downtown, across town, I'm the only person in this field and space that has the background and the education and the experience to do what I'm doing. Yeah. Everybody else is kind of hustling and scrambling, to be honest. Yeah. I don't care. I'll take it to sit down with anybody you want to.
From my perspective, I will agree with you 1,000% because I've been around the block a few times. Right. I've been booked by a few people. You can tell, all right, man, y'all got my money. Before I play this first song. Right. Or you can tell by just going to an event and seeing how it's put together, like these people ain't really for us. Right. And I'll just be real, like I ain't trying to bash what they do in Bricktown, but I kind of am because it's not real. Right. When I go and I see an A-list comedian, but I'm forced to eat a nasty ass chicken, not chicken sandwich, supposedly the microwave grilled cheese sandwich. You know what I mean? I gotta get a microwave dessert with a bullshit ass scoop of ice cream on it just to fulfill a requirement of getting 2 menu items. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Forced on you.
And I ain't even tell you that at this show, I can't remember who was on it. I sweat like a fucking dirty hog because the fucking air wasn't working. Right. And they were very unapologetic about that shit.
And in the culture too, if I'm giving you the same experience, you drag me for it.
Boy, what?
You drag me. You go right to your phone.
Like you're paid to do it.
And I go to all the black shows, I watch. And I intentionally watch how we act. I do.
Yeah, man.
In there, you leg to leg. There's no social distance. I watch everything. You don't say a word.
Yeah, man.
We can have a gospel show, and the first thing somebody gonna put on the thing, I don't see a mask.
I hate that shit.
But you're down here, I'm watching, and I have my shit on. Yeah. I sit in the corner, I don't look.
You don't never take it off.
No, and I take little pictures of people. I do it on purpose. I be waiting for these moments so I can just blow up. I be waiting. I'm smart, man.
Yeah, man.
I am a nerd. I sit here and just collect information. Yeah, I be waiting for the opportunity to expose people. Yeah. But you're feeling okay because you're in white space. That's the only difference.
Yeah,
you're louder and bolder because you're in my space now. Now you want something to say.
Yeah.
Let me get some shout outs right quick.
Yeah, please.
I see my guy Mako, man. Thank you, Mako, man, for always coming through. He blessed the stage last night. The funniest comedian in Oklahoma is Mako Henson, hands down. Not gonna argue. KG, thank you, KG. I appreciate you for everything. DJ TA, what's going on? Adam Clark, 918 is checked in. I sure appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hey, I can get these shout outs now. He got me on the technology. Oh, yeah. I can see everything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
see
man.
Clear, Carolyn King. Hey, Carolyn King. RL James. Listen, everybody. I have an announcement to make. You know, I'm the king of the nicknames. I give everybody their nicknames around me. Okay. And I've given a new title.
All right.
We have a mayor of Trappy Hour.
That's so fitting.
The mayor of Trappy Hour is my brother RL James. He's the mayor of Trappy Hour. He doesn't miss.
No.
He doesn't miss. I don't care if he come in with a cane. He doesn't miss.
He gonna come in.
And he always has good energy. He's never on no BS. You know, and I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. So I've given Tanya the queen of the east side. I'm giving RL James the mayor of Trappy.
Okay, he deserves that, man. You know what I'm saying? Side note, Chappelle, you might want to not miss too many of these. You know what I'm saying? Because Mako was on your ass. You already got Donnell on your ass. Mako said he should have pulled up when he
He
noticed
should
Trey
have pulled
was
up. He should have pulled up. He can still pull up.
Yeah.
But I know Mako out there handling business, man. It's kind of hard when you're running your business and moving around like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I just respect his journey, man. To watch him go from teaching to Centos to Tony Montana.
Mako's a different type of dude, man. He's like if I were a comedian, I would be a Mako Henson. Real talk, man. Because he's made up of everything. He got a little bit of hood in him, but he's also an educator. You know what I'm saying? He funny as fuck. Don't get it twisted. He got hands. You know what I mean? He's a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? And he know music, and he know black culture. And at the end of the day, with all the N-words and bullshits and fucks and all this stuff that comes out of his mouth, there's a very, very, very educated brother behind those words, man. So I fuck with Mako.
And that's what I appreciate too about my journey on the East Side, was that I've been able to meet people like Mako and like yourself, and,
Thank you.
and just people that you normally see when you're in higher education for so long. There's one point in my life I didn't have a person around me that didn't have a master's or a PhD.
Wow.
I looked at it. I was so unplugged from reality of the masses.
Wow.
I had no one around me who didn't at least have a master's degree.
How was that? Was that?
It was very delusional and superficial.
I was about to say, it couldn't be real, bro.
This is why I like stuff like the People's Choice Awards.
Okay.
And I know some of my friends, I've seen so much. I'll talk about it. I'll use the James Cooper winning the favorite photographer recognition. And I saw a couple of my friends and collegiate friends go to Facebook, which was soft to me. I don't go to Facebook when I have an issue.
Right.
But they went to Facebook, they started doing little shady comments, and then some people was diving in direct, which I appreciate more than anything else.
Right.
But a stage was set to critique, really not even Coop. They was using Coop for the example, but to critique the award.
Oh, man.
And what our people don't understand, our people who have so-called gotten these degrees and all this kind of stuff, we don't understand that degree is a small percentage of our population.
Man, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
And Cornel West says it best. You know, he said you can't serve the people unless you love them first.
Man, I love that.
You see what I'm saying?
That's real.
So you have to have a heart and a love for people to serve, but you got to know who you are within that conversation.
Man, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You preaching today,
so,
bro.
It's weird to me to see people. First of all, you have to be able to read. Reading's very fundamental.
Thank you.
The award said favorite photographer.
Thank you.
Did it say the best?
Favorite.
Did it say the most accomplished? Did it say the best equipment?
What's the award show called?
Favorite.
People's Choice. Thank you, brother.
Subjective. This is who I like. This is who I rock with, no matter what. So they were like, oh, that just says a lot about Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City don't know good images. It didn't say best image. What it says is, this is somebody who's outgrinding you.
Yeah.
This is somebody who's been more creative than you.
Yeah.
This is somebody who I like and I enjoy his company and his experience more than yours.
Yeah.
And the people who he served felt good enough about it to vote for him.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I knew we wasn't gonna win.
Period.
We got nominated. I got nominated for like DJ, like a DJ of the year. Shout out to GP. You know what I'm saying? He came in there to feature Trappy. He actually won that award. And we were nominated. Chop Shop was nominated for like podcasts. I knew we weren't gonna win that shit. I knew Mocha T was gonna win.
Right.
I knew they were gonna win because they put in the work. You know what I'm saying? We put in the work to make the shit look fly. Yeah, we do on a technical level.
Y'all the best dressed podcast.
Oh, come on, man.
Technology.
Yeah.
Don't
but just be real. Me and Ology, we pretty active in the street, but there's 4 of us.
Right.
And 2 of the motherfuckers on the show don't ever get seen. So I knew we wouldn't win just because I knew they weren't gonna campaign. And I don't have time to campaign.
Right.
But Mocha T gonna put in the work.
Right.
Cool put in the work. He said, you know what? Yeah. I'm up against everybody with a real camera, so everybody's looking at me. So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna outwork everybody. I'm gonna be more creative than everybody, and more than anything, I'm gonna touch these people.
Right.
He's at fucking Trappy Hour every Friday,
and there's no photographer that all of them put together not as active as he is on Facebook. For one, it's a Facebook driven award.
Come on, man.
And he's the king of Facebook.
He killing it.
Hey, sister. Your titties look like chocolate almonds. I'll kiss you in the mouth. I wasn't married, and I love you.
You deserve to be loved because it's Wednesday, and that's it.
Yeah,
he killed it though. He do his thing, man. You know what I'm saying?
So but I say all that to say. And so then they try to dismantle the award. It's hood. It's this. It's that. listen. First of all, they're recognizing people who normally wouldn't be recognized. Period.
Thank you.
Which is smart.
Yeah, man.
Number two, it's obvious that they love what they're doing, and it's important to the creators. They love it. Like, they get emotional, they cry. People don't understand.
They love it.
They love it. They're not just going through the motions.
That's like somebody telling you not to talk about your shondo. Your shondo is, come on, man. Your shondo just as popular as you.
Thank you.
That's some slick shit right there too. Yeah, that's slick. But yeah, they do though.
But I want to give them love because they created something and they filled a void in the universe.
Yeah.
And I tell people all the time, critique less, create more.
Thank you.
You don't have to appreciate what they bring. You don't have to tear it down. You don't have to pour nothing into it. Recognize it. And because if you feel weird about it, you say, this ain't right. Okay. That means there's a void for something else.
Right.
So why don't you create something that you think fits what you believe should be.
Right.
Then, and now, as black people, then be conscious. Say, okay, they do theirs in December. I want to do mine maybe in the summer.
Come on, man.
And I think mine does this. So that way you're not taking away from anything.
Come on,
and
man.
never compare yourself to it.
Right.
Don't make it, well, mine's the Oscars and that's just it. No.
Nah, just create.
Just create. But don't put your mouth on something and try to tear it, because it hurt. People got feelings too. Mm-hmm. People got feelings, man. And I know, like Shalonda, I don't know her intimately, but I know enough that she cares about what she does.
I do too.
And she doesn't deserve for people to be putting their mouth on her work.
I think that's crazy.
4 and 5 years in for something that she loves her baby.
Man.
And people show up for that. So people are following that. So my bigger part of my conversation is the people that sit in these ivory towers and think because they got education or a little money that they're somehow separated from the whole, and you're not.
Right.
You're still a black person in America.
Right.
And in America, you're one. No matter how high you think you get.
I agree.
From Barack Obama to R. Simmons.
I agree.
You're one in the eyes of those who control it anyway.
I agree.
So just recognize it.
Yeah, man.
Recognize it. Everything has its place.
Yeah.
Trap music got its place.
Yeah, dude.
Classical music got its place. Gospel music got its place.
Yeah.
People's Choice got its place.
Yeah, dude.
Oscars, Emmys, Grammys. It's just a space.
You know what? And it came from an idea. It came from an idea and somebody manifested that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then when it comes to like we can talk about Shalonda all day because she does a lot outside of the award shows. You know what I'm saying? Watch the news. You'll see her on there. She's giving prom dresses to girls that can't afford them. Like, she does a lot.
Right.
So there's a reason why people are passionate about this award show.
Right.
Because she's really in the community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Coop won favorite photographer. He's really in the community. He's made a way for people to get a look that they probably never thought they would be able to get. And that's the thing.
Do you know how hard it is for a black man who was trying to find a way to feed his family to take a common device that everybody has in their hand
I ain't gonna lie,
and to walk around the masses, to hear the snickers, to hear the jeers, to read the comments, but you still gotta pick this phone up and try to find a way. That's the brilliance of black people.
Man.
We take the everyday things and make them extraordinary. He's using that's the spirit of the ancestors right there.
You can't tell him
You see what I'm saying?
You can't tell Coop shit now.
Right.
You can't
And
tell
his
him
walk
nothing.
changed, his confidence changed, his fashion changed. He started putting on the whole hookup and shit.
Got the whole hookup on. I almost wore the whole hookup the other day. I didn't wear it.
I wear the whole hookup, man.
Actually, I only got one hookup, so I can't wear it like that because then it'd be like, yo, why you always wearing that?
Right. But Roscoe, that's a beautiful thing.
I'm gonna design one though. I've already done it.
I'm talking about the fact that a black man takes a casual thing and make it something.
I love it, bro.
You did the same thing. Everybody was going live. You said, I'm gonna go podcast. I remember you was talking about getting into do the research, looking for the software. You changed a few times, you know.
Yeah.
And you didn't have time to go through some formal training or nothing. You didn't have time. Life was happening.
Yeah.
I gotta make something happen for
Got to.
And you did it. And you're still doing it.
Shit,
and you're still evolving. It's the same energy.
Yeah.
So how dare somebody with a microphone that he could have this? It's always somebody gonna say something. Well, he's in his room. He could be in the build. Why don't he get a brick and mortar? See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People do.
Yeah.
But you're doing.
Doing it though. I'm creating. What are you doing? You critiquing. And trying to hear that. I don't even hear them. I'm be honest. I don't even. And Coop don't hear that shit. You know. I mean, I'm sure he do. But then he look in that bank account, or he look at all that new Adidas shit because he bought every piece of Adidas gear ever made once he got on. But he look at that and he laugh.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, folks don't get it, man. When you are busy creating, when you're in your space, you're not thinking about the naysayers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When people like eagles don't fuck around with chickens, it just don't happen that way. And that ain't even nothing profound. You know what I'm saying? That's what's the mega church dude? Joel Osteen. That's him. Slim Thug. Come on, man. At the end of the day, like, don't overthink shit. If you got an idea, if you're passionate about something, and you know it's something that you just gotta do, then do it.
Right.
All you can do is fail. You know what I'm saying? And failure is really just another word for lesson. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a stop or no.
And when you keep it in perspective, the only reason why you're really hearing it is because social media has given voices to the voiceless.
Yeah.
It's given a platform to people who you never even see or hear these people talk to you.
Right. True indeed.
These are just the hateful thoughts and the haterade that they've been drinking their whole lives, and now they just got a platform to spew it out.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't even know you.
Nah.
Don't even know James Cooper.
Not at all.
Don't even know him. They don't know what the H stands for. You know what I'm saying? They don't know him.
I had a conversation with a good friend of Ray's about you. Mm-hmm. And he didn't understand you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this.
Right.
But the reason I'm bringing it up is because me and him had a conversation again. And he was like, man, Brosco, man, thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? I see what you mean. You know what I mean? I see that this person is, you just got to give people a chance to show you who they are. That's the point that I'm making. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people will poison the well. You know what I mean? They'll poison the well by either saying something about that person and influence, right? Or they might like poison the well themselves just by associating this person's behaviors with somebody that they associate with. And those are two different individuals, you know what I'm saying? So I've seen that happen on a whole bunch of different levels. But at the end of the day, you know, the best lesson learned, I guess, is the one that you can teach yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because you go through every step of it, every part of it, and there's a lot of self-discovery in that. So with he and I having that conversation, and even going back to watching what happens with Shalonda, every year when she does this, somebody come out and say some dickhead shit.
Really? I don't even see it or read it, but
yeah, somebody always got something. Somebody always has something to say. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she's just gonna keep doing it. That's what the part y'all don't get.
Right.
She don't give a fuck about what y'all say. She's looking at the impact in the lives, the people that get those awards, and you I got homies when you see them and they, I won such and such and such and such.
Right.
Hell yeah, I'm happy for you.
Right.
Because I know it meant something. You know, when you create something and it means something to somebody, it's like my clothes. Mm-hmm. Prime example, yo. These ladies got me feeling like I'm motherfucking Calvin Klein out here or some shit, and I'm just making hoodies and shit.
Right.
Because it's something that comes from here,
right,
and I ain't afraid to put it out there,
right,
and then it comes back. You know what I'm saying? Dope shit, bro.
And you know, I don't even accept awards. I really don't. And people know, like, it took me, I think the Urban League wanted to give me something. It took me 3 years to finally just acquiesce because Violet was my friend.
Really?
Yes. Brother, here's the deal. First of all, trophies and stuff, I had nowhere to put them anyway. I've thrown away all my trophies from life.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. Because for me, I'm telling you, I'm not ungrateful, but I'm weird. I feel like looking at trophies and stuff is like me living in the past. I don't want to live in the past ever. I'm always wanting to be present, and I always want to go forward. I get so we were talking about that earlier, was off air. I said, whatever the fuck I did in high school don't matter, man. It doesn't matter. I don't even remember half the stuff. I'm giving you the highlights of my life. Yeah, I was a hooper. I used to do this. Had all the girls. You know, but I don't remember all the in-between stuff. Yeah. I don't remember it.
That's true.
It's like a blur. I'm focused on trying to be a world-class individual.
That makes
sense. I want to travel the world.
Yeah.
I want to be in the world.
Yeah.
I want to bring gifts to the world.
I got you.
Brother, I am trying to build a legacy. I am not thinking about the small stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at how can I create a life for my son that he knows there's no boundaries for him, that he knows that whatever he wants to do can happen. How can I show him the path and get out of his way?
I got you.
That's my job.
I got you. And they're intentional about that too. Very, very
so
much.
The other stuff I do within the culture is just giving me opportunities to be able to offer that for him.
I get it.
It's not even about me.
It's not even about you.
And my trophies, my true trophies are the people that I know I had a hand in their success.
Fuck yeah, bro.
So when I see somebody create something and I know it started in my building, it started with me or with conversations.
Oh yeah.
That's my trophy.
You know what?
That's it.
I understand that about you.
I'm honest.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because you are a real, like, I'm a creative, and I think it takes one to know one. Like, if you see some shit and you think it's remotely cool, and somebody connected that you came up with that shit, you charge us up. It's like, yo, where the fuck was I at? Like, anybody want to talk to me about that shit? Because you want to be, you love to create.
Right.
You love creating by yourself. You love collaborative effort. If the energy makes sense, like you love to create. And when that type of energy gets around, when it becomes contagious, then you'll see less hating. You know what I'm saying? You'll see people saying, you know what? Fuck it. I mean, think about this, man. Have you seen The Founder? About Ray Kroc and
the McDonald's guy,
yeah.
Right. No, I haven't seen The Founder. I started watching at one point, but I'm semi-familiar with the story because some of the books I read, they get captions from the true story of how he did that.
You should watch it.
Okay,
you should just watch it. It's entertaining as fuck. But the thing about it is one of the things that I never forget, and this is when people talk to me about somebody biting their style or some shit like that, right? Because every time I put on a seasoned crop, like crew neck, I'm this close to putting the motherfucking button down under that shit.
You gotta do it with a flip dog. You gotta.
Yeah. I'm this close to doing that shit because I've done it before you did it. But since you did it and you're such an influencer, I'm like, man, fuck, man. Do I want to hear the jokes today? This shit gonna be fresh because I got a fit.
I'm not gonna say anything.
It's not you. I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you because I understand you in the sense of, okay, I ain't never seen Bosco do that before. So if he's doing it now, I know part of that influence comes from me. And I'm the type of dude, like me and Ology got this healthy competition. If he fresh, fuck you, got on some bullshit. Because he came on with some sneakers so goddamn fly the other day.
Game always on point.
Boy, right? And I'm like, fuck, man, I need to do something else with my life. Keep up with this dude. It's one of my best friends.
Right.
So when my friends come up with some fly shit, yeah, I'm doing that too. I might wait 6 months to do that shit. I might have to wait till next season to do that shit, but I'm gonna do it. It's no different than, like, if you got a range. You see me pop up with a range, part of the reason I ain't got one, and it's not my thing, but it's because, okay, I might feel a little bit more comfortable because I rode in yours.
But that's why I want you to ride in it, though.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying?
Because it's gonna get.
It's
you already had the desire to ride.
I need that energy.
You're gonna feel it. That's
I need that energy.
Hey, it's funny. The truck I drive now is the Tundra truck. Is a white guy who had it when I don't know what I was driving back then. What was I driving before the Tundra? Lexus or something. And I was considering a truck. I was thinking about truck.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. He was at Sam's Club, and he got out, and I saw the interior, and I walked over to him. I said, man, this truck is nice. I said, do you mind if I look inside of it? I said, I'm the kind of person I have to see something to see if it feels good to me. And he was so nice. He opened the door. I said, wow, the leather, the seats. I was looking at it, and it
stuck.
And I forgot about that experience.
Really?
Until I bought the truck, and I told Trina, like, maybe a week later, I recalled the experience, and I was like, that's why it felt so good. That planted the seed for me. Yeah. And that's okay.
Fuck yeah, it's okay.
My students will tell you at Langston, from the Lexus to the Range Rover, everything, and I put it on my screensaver, and I told them I was going to get these things, and literally to a T, to the peanut butter, to everything. Yeah. But I have to see it first. I go to events. Yeah. Damn, I don't know why I'm talking about this stuff, but it's so real. Let me get some shout outs too before I get into this. This is very important. Cedric Moore, what's going on? Devin C, what's up, Devin? Chris Day, Turkey Leg Mafia checking in. Yeah. Thank y'all for listening so much. Shalonda, I see you. Give you some flowers, man. We're not listening to no haters. My prize show of my life, still to this day, because I'm such a Layla Hathaway fan. I'm at Essence Festival. We got me my credentials that year. Okay. So I got press credentials. Okay. I got the pro camera. So I'm just taking pictures. I'm stage side every show. And I was like literally as close to her as I am to you. And I'm watching the show. I'm getting a little footage on my camera, taking some pictures, getting a little more footage. But I had, and people don't understand, like, why do you go? I go to get inspiration. I go to get close to the action. Me too. Because that's where my energy comes from. So as I'm watching the show and I'm hearing the show, I'm visualizing bringing her to Oklahoma City. I'm visualizing this. Now, this is a true story, y'all. This is true. And so I got it in my phone. I think I even posted it. And everybody who's close to me know that was a dream show for me. Yeah. Erica's another dream show. I put that out there to the public. Oh God, we gonna do that. That's a dream. We gonna do that. So I tell everybody I'm gonna do it. All my friends, I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to do it. And somehow it's not happening. And so my friend, I meet JB at a coffee shop by accident. Okay. And I said, hey man, congratulations, man. I saw you were part of the tower deal and all this kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He said, you been in there yet? I said, I haven't been in there yet. I said, but I've always wanted an intimate venue to do what I do. He said, let's go over there. So I just went over there. Me and JB ain't never went nowhere together in life. That's how the universe put. It's like the Wizard of Oz. He's a scarecrow all of a sudden. Here comes the scarecrow. I'm on my journey.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So we go over there. I'm looking at the building. I'm like, oh my God, I'm taking a picture. I said, this is what I've been visualizing. Something like this.
Right.
So he introduces me to Chad Whitehead.
Wow.
And mind you, me and JB never really do anything else again.
Yeah, that's why I'm tripping
So
off
here
in
comes
the
the Tin
story.
Man. Here comes Chad. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
How this is working. So now Chad is like, we're like friends. Like we go have lunch. He comes to my house. You know, like, but I needed to have that coffee experience to get to the building, to get to him. I'm sure they vetted me to see who I'm saying what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, I tell them, I said I produce more shows in black culture than anybody. That's right. And I am that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
So, because I love it.
Yeah.
So, boom, he kicks me up and says, hey, I got Layla Hathaway. My eyes are watering up.
Hey, fucking yeah.
Because I told him this is one of my, you know, he was like, but man, I don't know her music. I don't know. He's being honest, white guy. I'm saying, I know everything about her. I said, I want in on this. He said, let's do it together. Yes.
Wow.
He said, let's do it together. I said, I guarantee you I'm going to sell this sucker out.
Hell yeah.
I said, this is something I manifested. I said, and it's so funny because, bro.
I've been waiting for you. Are you serious? It's like me going to Atlanta, bro.
But see, and sometimes, bro, it's going and people listening, this is how the universe works. All you have to have is a desire. We get caught up because we don't know how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't have to know how.
Yeah.
You only have to know why.
That's it.
The universe handles the how.
Yeah.
I didn't even, bro, in black culture, for those who do shows, they make you pay so much up front because they don't trust you as a black person.
Yeah.
So you pay the highest deposits, you pay the most money up front.
Yeah.
Do you know this is my first experience in my life doing this for 20 years that I didn't have to pay anything up front for that show?
Oh, wow. That's how you knew you were supposed to be doing it, bro. That's how you knew.
Fast forward to the show. The show sells completely out.
Hell yeah.
I'm there for sound check because I just want to be in the action again. And I tell everybody's in this building. I walk in the hallway, and who do I walk into? Layla Hathaway herself.
Oh, wow. Did you cry?
No, not yet. We talk. Okay. I tell her my story. I tell her about Essence. I tell her about everything. I tell her about this is a dream. We talk. We hug it out. Boom.
Okay.
We go to the show. I'm great. If anybody been to a show, any of my shows at the Tower, I don't even sit in the seat. A lot of promoters, they sit in the seats in the front row. I don't sit. The shows are not for me.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine sitting.
Yeah, the show's for the people.
It's work.
Show's for the people.
Yeah, man.
And I sat on the side steps where I normally sit or stand on the side steps. And I'm watching the people. She's doing a tribute to her dad.
Wow.
And that's when the thug tears just fell.
She's single.
No, all of them. Both eyes.
I got you.
Because it sounds so beautiful, but I knew how that was created. I knew I pulled that from the invisible to the natural. Yeah. And I felt at one with God. I felt like I am the person that I wanted to be.
Yeah.
And I'm doing it. I'm a little kid from Saginaw, Michigan, first generation dreamer.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm watching these pieces come together for me, man.
Jeez.
And I tell these stories because there's somebody else. I don't know who's listening. If you're on here, you're supposed to be on here anyway. That's how life goes.
Yeah, man.
There has to be something that you have in the invisible that the only reason why it hasn't come out because you gotten stuck in the how.
Yeah.
You were, whether it be your finances, whether it be your geographical location, whether it be your relationship status, you can't see the how, so you stop the dream because it didn't make sense to you in the natural.
You just, man, I'm trying to tell you, bro, like being focused on the how when you have a dream it's the dream killer, bro.
That's it.
It is, man. It's when you just start doing, like, man, I don't know, I'm just gonna do this shit. You're just gonna figure it out. You hear a lot of hustlers say that. You gotta figure it out.
So tell yourself in your heart, I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know when, but I know why. I know that I'm worthy of my dreams. Just tell yourself that.
Man, that's hard right there.
And believe that, man.
That's hard right there.
How did I pull? That wasn't an accident.
It wasn't just any artist. It was an artist I wanted. That I wanted so badly. That I was vulnerable enough to express to my friends, this is my dream show. I want this so bad.
And you got it.
And the universe pulled everybody together, pulled the people together, lined them up for me. Cause I wasn't afraid to walk that yellow brick road though.
Yeah.
If you don't want to see, Dorothy was scared as hell. She in a strange place. People were telling monkeys and shit flying around.
Yeah, dang.
The monkeys could be the bills flying around.
It's one of the movies. I think I need to watch that again as an adult.
Yeah, there's lessons in that.
Just
there's lessons in
pull
that.
it out. Yeah.
There's lessons in that, man. And people look at me and think that I have all them. I don't have no money. I just got a whole lot of love and a whole lot of dreams. And because I've deposited so much good into the world, I can withdraw on that goodness through people and through experiences. That's all it is. It's keeping yourself in balance, that you don't do wrong by people. So when you find yourself in a need, that you're gonna be able to withdraw. You can't withdraw on deposits you haven't made. That's called stealing.
True indeed.
But if I made deposits into people, into experiences,
bro,
I can withdraw on that.
And you know what's crazy? I think about my tattoo, my love always tattoo, my mindset to always spread love. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's me creating that deposit. You know what I'm saying? In people, in energy. I'm putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of the people that walk around plexing and tripping out. That's just not who I am. And I've learned through my 44 years of living that the more love I get, you know, is because of the amount of love I give. You know what I'm saying? And I get a lot of love because I give a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? And even when it comes to something as simple as finances, it's like, you know, when you're intentional about doing something, you do it. And that's just the simple fact of it all. You know, for what we're talking about doing real big shit. You know what I mean? This is not something as simple as just getting a job that you want, but maybe it is because you desired it, you thought about it, you acted on it,
right?
And the universe did what it was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? The book that I read and the God I serve says the desires of your heart, you know, you will get those. There are things you have to do to make sure that happens, but if it's in there, it can be out here. But who's gonna be, you know, bold enough to jump off the porch? You did, and look at what happened. You know
this is what happens to us all, Ed. This is what happens. Peanut. I had to say that one time for one time.
Yeah, I caught that, man.
But this is what happens to us, I believe. Like, through fear and through unworthiness, we create the illusions that we can't. Mm-hmm. Like, to the source, everything's tangible. Like, if it's a Rolls Royce or a Bugatti, whatever, we say, I only make this, I can't see that for me. So once we do that, we cut ourselves off from source. To source, that car is nothing but plastic, rubber, trees. Mm-hmm. We make it as men and women what it is, and we name it something as we create it.
Right.
But the source that gives everything, this building is just raw materials.
That's it.
Man puts it together, put a name on it, and charge you for it, but it's just material.
Right.
And the reason why I know you can get it and have it, because other people do it. So that's the example that you can.
Right.
And that no matter who gets it, they can't keep it.
Wow, bro.
How many people live in this spot? You don't even know.
Right.
It's like, hold on, this is my place. And no. Nah. How many things have ice been before it was ice?
Come on, man.
It was Shapery. It was Last Key. It was going to be something else.
Yeah.
We don't own anything. That's freedom. Knowing that you don't own anything, you only have access to it for a little while.
Yeah, man.
So respect the access that the universe lets you have.
It's just your turn, bro.
Your children, you don't know. I don't know where your daughter at right now. You don't know. Right now, she be in the shower, she be in the car, she could be in Walmart. You don't know.
No clue.
You don't own your child.
No, not at all.
You were the vehicle that allowed her to express herself in the natural.
Come on,
but you don't own her. You can have hope for her. You can love her.
Right.
But you don't own. We don't possess nothing.
It's all temporary, man.
That's what
temporary,
it is.
For sure.
Love her while you can. Give her baths while you can. Check down while you can.
That's why on some real shit, Flim, I'm the type of friend that I am. I tell my friends I love them, man. I make sure I affirm them, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with people the long way when I fuck with them because it's only temporary. I learned that.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you owe it to yourself and to the people that love you to always strive for excellence because it's only a short amount of time. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to anybody that's made millions, or talk to anybody that just has never made it there financially, and they'll all tell you the same shit at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Love who you love them hard, because that's what really matters at the end of the day. Put yourself in a position to be able to do that. You've done that. You and your wife have done that. Your goal is to make sure that your son lives better than you, and you live pretty fucking great. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? So, what I'm saying is, like, when you're talking about your trophies and how you don't care about the physicality of things, your trophy is when your son is 21. You know what I mean? When he's 18 with an 850 credit score and he can do whatever he wants, and he has the knowledge and wherewithal to do whatever he wants, but you've already positioned life for him to where he can really just do whatever he wants.
Right.
That's a trophy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's attainable for anybody, but you got to be intentional about that. I love hanging out with you, bro, because it's like you hopping in that man's truck, and then what you don't know is I hop in your truck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm riding around the motherfucking living room right now. I got a truck too. You know what I'm saying? And I got in that truck, or I got in this space because I went in somebody else's space. You know what made me get this? I went to Dallas and hung out with Wayne, and he said, stay at my place. I stayed at his place. I said, man, this little young dude doing exactly what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And if he can do this, I ain't gotta be scared. I make money, I DJ, I'm popular, I do all the same. I'm gonna go get the crib I wanna get where I'm at. And that's what I did. Right. You know, being in the energy, being in the space, and being...
It's important, Brosco.
Yeah, man, everything. Hell yeah, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I always try to expose people that I really, really cut for to the best things that I know about. Because somebody exposed me to that shit. It changed my life, bro. You know what I'm saying? It made me want to do things a little bit different. That's why they say you hang out with 9 millionaires, you be the 10th.
That's, brother, and it's funny. That's how I know I'm gonna be wealthy, is because, like, the people that are around me, I'm around rich people right now. Like them, hate them, whatever. The people who I talk to that are around me, more and more, I'm attracting rich people who live a certain way.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not rich, but I see a path to becoming. Right. If that's what I want. I see a path to that. And I'm not afraid, man. That's one thing, and you know that. You're around me. I take chances. I'm a supreme risk taker. I enjoy the journey. I enjoy the falls too, because I learn so much all the time.
Bro, it's a lesson, but that rubs off though. I don't think when we get off here, I'm gonna share a conversation I had with one of my buddies yesterday about just that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I consider myself scared money. You know what I'm saying? Like, scared money don't make no money. But in order to change that, you got to do something. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I got to do something. It's not like I got some big announcement to make. No, it's nothing like that. It's a mindset thing. I designed a shirt the other day. When I was in Atlanta last week, I wanted to be inspired by something. So I was just thinking, like, what am I going to get out of this trip? You know what I'm saying? Every trip, I got to learn something, got to do something, got to connect. I got to get something out of it, right? I like that. Mm-hmm. And in this loft that I stayed in, it's a chalkboard wall. And, you know, everybody that comes through, you write something on there. And what I was sitting there thinking about as, you know, I ain't going to lie, man, like, you know, it's like a wine and dine type situation. Come out, see what it is, see if you like this type shit. Mm-hmm. You know, I had to tell myself that my mindset is more important than the potential money I can make. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So mindset over money is what I came out with, right? So I designed something. I'm probably not gonna put it out. It might be just for me, but it's like a benchmark right there. It's a thing to keep focused because it's really everything. So when you talk about being around wealthy people, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm trying to be around people that are wealthy financially, but more so here. Right. You know what I mean? Because I can look at somebody, well, not look at them, but you can figure out who got the money and attach yourself to that. But I know what I need right now is this. You know what I'm saying? I consider myself a smart guy, wise guy, but where I'm trying to go, money is not what I'm worried about. It's maintaining what I create. You know what I'm saying? Put my best foot forward.
And I think in order to do that, there's a thing that we all grew up hearing people say, mind your business. You got to mind your business. Mind your business. I don't say that anymore. I tell people to mind their focus. Yeah. Mind your focus. Because, you know, what you focus on expands. Yeah, true. And whether that be failure, whether that be depression, whether that be wealth and health and prosperity. Whatever you focus on will expand for you. So you have to mind your focus.
Yeah.
And I was talking about this yesterday. I said I always start with breathing. Breathing is the best way to return to the present state.
Yeah.
Is mind your breath. You know, if I'm breathing, I'm focusing on my breathing. I'm now here. I'm centered. And like right now, focus on this podcast. Don't focus on what's happening to ICE right now. What's happening to the daycare right now. I can't.
It's this and these
being
screens.
present.
Yeah.
Being present.
In the
mind
moment,
your
for
focus.
sure. Yeah.
And that's why we're able to produce good content, because we're minding our focus. I'm not thinking about if somebody gonna take the forward out of the back of my truck. That's not a thought. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to. I've been looking anyway.
But we do that. We sometimes we think about everything that's going wrong while we're in the present moment, and we miss opportunities.
Right.
Because we're not minding our focus.
Man, you are so right. And then I just think just that term, not even to beat a dead horse, but the term mind your business has always had a negative connotation anyway, because it basically means leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody actually told you what that means, or if you just broke down those words and then just put them together, you would understand that is saying the same thing. But what you're saying is, hey man, when somebody tells you to focus, it's never a negative thing.
Nope.
It might be a negative situation that makes them say that to you, but it's never a negative thing. Focus. You know what I'm saying? Like even for me, mindset, focus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of what you're doing. Like for me, bro, a wise man told me to find that thing that you love to do, and you'll never work a day in your life, bro. This never feels like work. But I can tell you, Coughee is like one of those things that people pull me to the side. Hey man, I love what y'all doing in there, man. That shit's cool. And it don't even feel like work. I just feel like my partners get to come over and they get a pass for an hour and a half. I get to come over and kick it. You know what I'm saying? We get to do this shit, but we always get to touch somebody in this shit. And that's the part that, you know what I'm saying?
The right people are always listening.
Yeah.
The right people are always listening.
True indeed. I agree with that.
Let me see who's in here, matter of fact.
Damn.
Kevin Miller. What's going on, Kevin Miller?
Going up.
Glenn, my boy Glenjamin the Great, Nacho Cheesecake. The First Lady, Anisha Alexander, said exposure is everything.
Oh yeah.
Exposure is important, man. One of my mentors, the late, great Dr. Ernest Leon Holloway, Langston University. He's president of the university. I'm young undergrad, Alpha, he's Alpha. He allows me to travel with him on occasion. Kind of like a valet, a nice way, But what he's doing, exposing me.
Hell yeah, man.
So he takes me to Harry Johnson's house, who's Attorney Harry Johnson at the time, who ends up being an eventual president of the whole fraternity. But that was my first time being in a nice house.
Okay.
Now, mind you, I live off campus at the time. I got furniture. I feel like I'm the Fresh Prince of Langston. I feel like I got a 3-bedroom house. I'm the parties. I'm trying to be Puff Daddy more than anything else. I was really trying to be the guy. And so you travel down. He lives in Houston. He had 2 people he would visit. A guy named Dr. Ward, who was a professor at Texas Southern University, and then Harry Johnson, who was an attorney and who was at that time the regional vice president of Alpha. So at his house, nice house, like Cosby Show type shit. You walk in,
it's like and
I'm looking around and
wooden blinds and shit like that. Yeah,
they had a study.
Ceiling fans ain't dirty.
All that.
Yeah, nice stuff.
Didn't drink, but had a full bar, and even had the non-alcoholic beers, the O'Doul's and all that. I mean, knew how to host a group. I've been doing a little stuff. I was like, oh, okay. I'm just soaking it in.
Soaking it in, man.
So from Dr. Ward's house where we started, he had a certain lifestyle, which was very nice. He had some original art on the wall. Go to my house where you see original art on the wall.
Right.
Stuff that you see. No one's saying a word. No one's saying this is what you're supposed to do. Just letting me see. I had no business there. I don't know why I'm there, but the universe, I'll get there. Ooh, that's very important. I know why I'm there. So I'm there, I'm seeing this stuff from one house to another. And I'm just soaking it up. Yeah. I get back to my spot and I said, okay. Now I know. I thought my shit was nice.
Yeah.
But now I know what good furniture looks like, feels like from a trip.
Wow.
Because I'm observing, I take it in.
It's crazy. Terry Monday was that for me.
Okay.
He taught me so much shit. Some shit was very intentional, Brosco. This is what you do. And some stuff was just be a sponge. That would be the one thing he'd tell me, just soak it up. And it was through driving. I would drive artists around. That's how I learned how to be around platinum artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't
and just
fanboy out.
Oh my God. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I learned how to move, because I had somebody teaching me how to move. You know what I'm saying? Some of it was intentional. Hey, this is a lesson I got to tell you. And another one was after we leave. Hey, Terry, I get what you're saying. I see why this, that, and the third. This, that, you know what I mean? And the first big house, yeah. you know, on how to order at lunch. Don't order a steak at lunch when everybody's eating light, you know what I mean? Terry Monday polished me up because I was coming in there on some, I'm straight from Lawton, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a lot of raw talent and energy, and he said, okay, I see something there. Now let me shape it into what you guys see. That's all him. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all him. That exposure and being polished up. You know what I'm saying? Because up until that point, nobody in my life, and this is not to knock anybody, it's not to knock my father, my mother, you know, the one uncle I got, like true uncle, it's not to knock him, it's not to knock anybody. Nobody had that type of exposure to expose me to those types of things. He was college educated, you know what I'm saying? He went to Langston, so he had that thing that y'all, you know what I'm saying, come from Langston with. Right. You know what I'm saying? He had all of that, and he shared it. You know what I'm saying? So now, when I look at the people that are under me, that have come behind me, and the things that I've shared with them, even something as simple as a coffee press, right? Exposure, right? You know what I'm saying? Something different. So I think that's important, man. I'm glad that you had the mentors that you had because, bro, you are able to share that with all of us.
But do you know how I got the mentors? And I'm glad you good. How I got the mentors, and this is how we all get what we get in life. There's voids and wounds. We all have voids and wounds. True. Everybody, especially in this black flesh, I can say that because it's been my journey on this side of the earth. We have wounds and voids, and I have my void is I didn't have a dad. My dad was incarcerated most of my entire life. I didn't have a dad. I talked to him twice. Met him in person when I was 23 years old. We hung out about 30 minutes and he said, drop me off on the corner. I'm about to go sell this weed. I flew all the way.
He really said that?
Yeah, I flew all the way back home just to get that experience. Wow. Next time I hear from him, I'm 28 years old. He calls me on my phone. I'm excited. Hey, Dad's calling me. What's up? Hey, I need $900. For what? They talking about locking me back up because I owe back child support on you. We can pay my own child support. Wow, bro. Yeah, peace. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's it. And then the next time I hear from him, I'm 42. He makes a Facebook comment in the middle of something else. Say, hey, how your mama doing? That's it. That's my whole dad journey. Okay. So I say that honestly to set this up. Shit. So that's my dad experience. And so my void is I don't have a dad. Right. My wound is I didn't have a dad. And my mom was a worker. She did the best she could as who she was in the moment. For sure. But I didn't have the support that I needed as a young man trying to become great. Gotcha. You see, okay, so I have the void, no dad. I have the wound, I don't have support. So what do I need from the universe is guidance, mentorship, right, and support. Okay. So the mentors come along through sports. Like my son, I was an outstanding athlete. So these coaches, mostly white coaches, take an interest in me because I can help them win, for one. I got you. But they're just good people.
Let me ask you this real quick. At that time, were you aware of that? Like what they needed from you, what you could get from them?
The mentors or the coaches, whatever.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Some kids aren't aware. They just realize it later. Like, oh, I see what it was.
Yeah. And so these coaches, now that I play it back, these coaches were giving me this encouragement. It was giving me these tools, these life lessons, this leadership stuff. I'm getting it from them. Okay. Because I'm good at sports. Okay. Go to Langston. I become the freshman class president. So Mr. Brown, who you see now.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, I meet Mr. Lawrence because my advisor works under Mr. Lawrence, who is Lucado Lawrence on Facebook. Okay, so that's another mentor. I started meeting these people, Pledge Alpha, I get Ralph Bell, Curry Ballard. I got all these guys that, and for some reason, well, it's not a reason because that's my void. Okay. The universe is supplying me with these people because I need them for this journey.
I got you.
See what I'm saying?
That's bananas.
So when you know, when you locked in and you know that and you submit yourself, you don't play tough. A lot of us cool pose. I don't need nobody. I'm a man. You don't need me.
You are the only other black man that I know that uses that term cool pose. You're the only other, and I learned it from a black woman, but you're the only other. I say it so that brothers pick up on it and understand what it is and use that word because it's powerful. Keep going. I'm sorry.
So I submit myself because I know I need this. Right. I humble myself because I know I need this. Yeah. And I get it. And you still see, y'all see Mr. Brown with me to this day, lifelong. Some mentors, a lot of my mentors are deceased.
Right.
So I was around older men, they're deceased.
Right.
I got Mr. Lawrence left, I got Mr. Brown left. I had 5, I got 2 left.
I got you.
They're still here. So that was my void. I didn't have a dad.
I got you.
These are my fathers.
I get it.
Better than my dad had nothing to offer me. Lifelong criminal.
Right.
He couldn't pour in what I needed anyway.
Right.
His only job seemingly was to come together with my mom to give me life, to give me a chance at life. He did that.
Yeah.
He gave me a chance to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you. I can't be mad at him.
It kind of
Thank
goes
you.
back to what you say when you say, you know, God is fair. You know, the universe has balance, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, your father, your sperm donor, however you want to classify it. I don't want to be disrespectful to your situation.
He got me here. I appreciate that.
He wasn't there, so you had somebody there. You had several somebodies there. You know what I mean? I can look at my father's situation. I had 2. I had biological, I had stepfather, right? So my stepfather was there, still there the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Biological got me here. He wasn't there, but then was a point where I needed to connect with him, and he was there. Then he died. So, you know what I mean? It's like he wasn't there when he was a piece of shit. I ain't gonna lie, he wasn't there. Mm-hmm. But when he became somebody, he was able to be present when I needed it, because my stepdad, if you follow me, was never that emotional guy.
Same with my
He was
stepdad.
that tough guy, right? So when I needed that soft dad, my biological was there. So that filled 100 voids. It was 34 when this happened, 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 10 years ago, the last month, to be honest with you. And it's like, I'm just having a moment like, damn, it's 10 years ago. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when he passed, it was like something clicked in my father, you know, who was my stepfather, but I refer to him as my father, and he became that he never was before. You know what I'm saying? Balance. You know what I'm saying? And then the crazy part about that is that I fast forwarded to you know, now, and I look at my son, you know what I mean? He gets what I never had, which is the hugs and the I love yous and the FaceTimes and all of that shit. He gets it. It's balanced out. You know what I'm saying? Like the void that I feel, I'm able to make sure he never feels that. You know what I'm saying? And on the other end, there's gonna be something that he's able to play forward or provide to somebody else. So balance, bro. Like,
right. But your void is not, your void and your wounds don't come to destroy you or to harm you. They come to teach you.
It's polished, bro.
So not having a dad, I always told myself, if I create life, I will be there. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be with that woman. I'm gonna be with that child. If I create life,
right?
Because I know what it feels like to not have that.
I got you.
Teacher. Wound. I didn't get the support I want. So I'm super supportive of my son.
Yeah.
Another lesson. You know what it feels like, Mark, to not have a ride to practice, to not have anyone at your games.
Yeah,
be
man.
there for this kid.
I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Lessons.
I'm gonna tell you what's
appreciate my
crazy.
journey, man.
Man, me too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, because I can appreciate your journey for what you're sharing, because there's healing in that for anybody that hears it and needs it. I'm thinking about that, right? And I'm thinking about my son and my daughter's experience. See, they live in Bartlesville. I lived in Houston for 7 years, but I didn't miss a play. You know what I'm saying? I didn't miss a holiday. You know what I'm saying? It was just certain things I just knew how it felt. Mm-hmm. Even though I had a dad present, he wasn't emotionally present. This is not a knock to my dad. I love the shit out of my boss. My Superman. Because I understand, like, okay, he's just not built that way. Did the best he could
as who he was in the moment.
Yeah, man. You know
can't do no better, can't do no worse.
Exactly. So it's like, I know that even though, like, me and my daughter, we just had this conversation the other day, strangely enough. She's 15 now, right? This is my youngest daughter. I have 3. But it was one of those things, like, trying to tie it all together. Even though I'm not there physically, I'm there on this FaceTime shit. As crazy as it sounds, in the times where it really mattered, where she really needed me to be there, I was there. Mm-hmm. So there's no void there. Even though there might be some wounds from she might have physically fallen down and wished her dad was there to pick her up. She feels that void, you know what I'm saying? That little wound or whatever the case may be. But
can't call it little, it might be big to her.
Huh?
You call it little, it might be big to her, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying little as in describing a scrape on the knee. But if you've never had your dad to pick you up, that little scrape on the knee is a scar. That's a real trigger. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things. Whereas now, I try to make sure I'm there for everything. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't have to have those reminders, and replace those thoughts with something else. I think that it's no different than. You know what I'm saying? No different than what you experienced, man. Your dad wasn't there, so you had somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's strange, bro. It's like in my mind, not one, because I'm on this coffee, but two, because there's just so many examples on how the universe just balances out what's present. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, but what I see, Roscoe, is I have a friend who's afraid of cats, and this friend goes home, and like clockwork, cat shows up, and all the experience of being afraid of the cat, this person goes through this, and I'm writing like, oh my God, the cat. I'm saying, the cat. You almost, when you're afraid of something, you attract it to be.
Yeah, I get it.
You're bringing the cat to your experience because you're afraid of it. And the cat's not coming to terrify you, it's coming to teach you, again, a lesson in fear.
About yourself.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
I can be around the same experience and never see the cat because I'm not afraid of it, so it doesn't have, there's no reason to exist for me.
Yeah.
It's not a random cat, it's a cat that you're attracting through fear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that's hard for people to take in. Like, no, that ain't, it is true.
No, it's true.
Look at, I'll give another example. You ever see the women, the stereotypical heavyset white woman who gets the black dude that she take care of? She's always riding around. He drives her car.
Oh man, yeah. You see that at college
all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That person, because maybe that person feels like, that same person complains. I can't ever find no man. I always got to take care of these guys. They never got no jobs. That's all I ever dated.
Yeah.
Why? Because you were probably an over nurturer who derives feelings of importance by being important to someone else. And that's why you're attracting this, because you're attracting what you want to do for people.
Yeah.
You're complaining about it, but you're attracted because you're not learning the lesson. The lesson is that you're a nurturer.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to have that exact experience every time.
Right.
But it's happening to you because that's your void.
Right.
And so that's why they show up.
Right.
That's always why they show up. For any of us, things show up because we need it for some reason. And it's supposed to teach you something. Once you learn the lesson, you don't take the class anymore.
Thank you.
You're only taking the fear class because you haven't learned the lesson.
Because you got to learn a lesson in fear.
I used to be afraid to swim. When I learned how to swim, the fear went away.
What's there to be scared of?
It's the same thing with everything.
You want to hit this man?
I do not want to hit that.
You scared? You feared?
No, I don't have a desire for it.
Okay, I'm saying.
I'm 40-some years old.
Like
There's no new vices coming my way.
It's not a vice, it's medicine.
For me, because I have a highly addictive personality.
Yeah.
Whatever I do it all the way.
Yeah, you don't need
You see what I'm saying?
Not in your life.
So
yeah, you do.
If I hit that, I'm Rick James.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm Rick James now. She's all right.
Man, you know what's crazy, man, is...
What's up, Candace Washington? Master cake maker?
A lot of people that don't know that about themselves. Knowledge of self is important, man.
Correct.
Man, once I learned who I am, that's so powerful. I feel like I can jump out that window and fly. I'm smart enough to know I can't, but I feel like I can. If men could fly, I could fly.
But when you realize things are happening for you and not to you,
yeah, man,
it changes your perspective.
True indeed.
Like if you're going through whatever you're going through, you have to know that this, I don't care if it's cancer. Cancer comes to teach you normally gratitude. To me, gratitude for health, gratitude for life, gratitude for people who you love. It's a teacher.
Yeah,
now you can make it a death certificate. You can succumb to it. Some people can live with cancers for years. And then once the doctor tells them they have it, the fear alone, they die within weeks.
Right.
You've had it the whole time. You had that same pain, whatever. But as long as you didn't focus on it as being that, you were okay. Once you took it on, I ain't gonna live, I'm gonna die, and you die. And some people, that's why I say they fight. Some people say, you know what, in hell no, and they fight. That's why they call themselves survivors and things like that, And I always feel like everything comes to teach. Even if I don't get the cancer, but like Keisha gets it and gets it and gets it. And the fact, I don't know Keisha by accident. I know Keisha for me to get gratitude again. Yeah. I pay attention to what my friends and people around me go through, so I don't have to go through it to learn the lesson. Right. I'm virtually learning. Right. Without being in the classroom.
Thank you.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
So there's no accident that I know Keisha and that she's a survivor. It's like, Mark, health, be grateful.
Yeah.
I mean, I have all these bills, but Keisha's fighting cancer for the 4th time.
Yeah.
How you like those apples,
It puts everything in
We're
perspective.
about OG&E
right?
and your friend has cancer for the 3rd time?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Grind, get it together.
Last thing she worried about is a
Be
bill.
grateful.
Yeah.
I can learn that lesson without going through the disease.
Yeah.
Or this illness.
I've seen it, bro. I'm sure at this age, everybody has seen somebody go through it on the survival end and on the not, you know what I'm saying, not so good end of it. And I think that everything comes as a lesson, bro. Like, there's no such thing as a failure to me, man. I just don't. No. My perspective is just different because, you know, you're either going to be good at something or you're not. You know, you get out of things what you put into them. Some things are going to come natural to you. Some things are not. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But there's no such thing as a failure. The only real true failure is to not try, to not give no effort, to just give up on something, whatever that is.
Some things, Ed, you have no business doing.
Yeah.
It's not even according to your purpose. You wasting time.
But that's where the self-awareness thing comes into play, though. Because you can see people that, you know, shouldn't be doing shit that they're doing all the time. Yeah. You know, it's come to trap you.
You crazy. Adam Clark says self-awareness of self is a big thing.
Hell yeah, man.
Candace Washington, it is so true. Life lessons. Amen, amen, amen. Anisha says, yes, wow, Mark Fleming, I feel like you're speaking some of my experience. I also had white men mentors throughout my school experience and adult powerful black men. Look at that.
Hey, man.
There's no accident. We come together for reasons around here. Some stuff is taught and some stuff is caught. Yep. Great conversation. Catch it. She always says, catch that. Catch it. Catch it.
So check this out, man. We ain't talked about nothing relevant as far as news and stuff like that. We kind of been in our own little bubble, and that's cool, man. But Dr. Dre, man, he's in the hospital, aneurysm.
The reason why it comes to consciousness again, if you know about it, if you felt something, a lesson in gratitude.
Right.
Be grateful. How many times do we look at people with their celebrity, with their money, with their happenings, and feel like, oh, I envy that. To be Dr. Dre is to be in the hospital today. To be Kobe Bryant, you got to go into that mountain. Be grateful for who you are.
Right.
I mean, we still can clap, but don't envy.
Right.
Clap without envying.
Right.
Real talk.
No, I just want to get your thoughts on this. IRS reveals some stimulus recipients will not receive checks until filing their taxes. So, people, how do you feel about the whole stimulus thing? This is just headline news shit.
I don't focus on it. Here's the deal. For me, and it's only for me.
Okay.
Even politically, I saw someone mention, this is Kittrick Johnson, says, the Senate is about to be back in the blue, in all caps. Talk about it. Mm-hmm. This all goes together with how I think. I'm focused on us. I'm focused on the culture which I represent. Mm-hmm. And I teach that regardless of political affiliation, regardless of who's in the White House, who's in the outhouse, we have to first love, create, and support within ourselves, regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's blue, red, or yellow.
Right.
That matters in an essence, but it doesn't. It's been blue before.
Right.
Did poverty change?
Right.
Did your grades go up? Did your check go up? It's been red before. Mm-hmm. Did poverty change? Did your grades go up? Did the check go up?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
That's some of these games, because we are an extreme minority, are not ours to really play all the way. Mm. As far as focus on, I say mind your focus.
Right.
That's whoever's Brother Kittrick, you're the blue, red. Did they change your mortgage payment? Did they change your car note? Did it change your job? It probably didn't. So a lot of times we get emotional about stuff and excited about stuff that really don't make a difference when it comes where the rubber really meets the road.
I got you.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta be successful. I gotta be connected, regardless who's in the White House, regardless who's in the Senate.
Yeah.
I gotta be.
Still gotta be.
Regardless of stimulus checks come or not.
Right.
I gotta be focused on the task at hand. I'm trying to position myself for a world-class life and experience. Mm-hmm. I'm not a politician. Yeah. I'm not running for offices.
Okay.
I vote. I support those who do run.
Right.
But that's not my mission, my passion, my journeys. Right. I really don't focus on that.
Right. Now you don't. You focus on what's important to you, man.
I can make a stimulus tonight by filling this building up and giving somebody a world-class poetry experience tonight. And that same check somebody waiting on, I can have tonight.
Yeah.
So you're waiting on checks. When you
go create one. Go create one. Bro.
See what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man.
Do you think Bill Gates is waiting on a stimulus?
No.
Do you think people I'm looking up to are waiting on a stimulus?
And that's why I asked
Magic
the
Johnson
question,
of the
bro.
world waiting on a stimulus. Not knocking those who are waiting.
The question.
But if you're waiting, you're posturing yourself for poverty.
That's why I asked the question.
Shit,
That was
stimulate
really
your
why I
account
asked the
today with some
question.
ideas
Yeah,
and some
man.
creativity. That's what I'm saying. That's the rooms I'm in. Nobody in the rooms that I'm in, nobody who I'm looking up to or admire is waiting on a stimulus check.
I ain't even thought about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just telling
it
you.
might sound crazy, but I'm more focused on creating my own stimulus, bro. Like,
I see Sharina Perry on here.
see
Sharina
what I'm
Perry is
saying?
not waiting on a stimulus check.
and not at all.
She's not.
She is a stimulus check.
I done put a stimulus check on a crack table before, to be honest. That 600 I'm looking at and lost it. I'm just telling you. I'm 46.
Right. I get it, bro. I'm 2 years younger, man. And at the end of the day, man, I'm not knocking anybody that needs $600, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is that opportunity and air are the only things stopping you. And you got both of those. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got air in your lungs, man, you breathing, you still living, man. Opportunity is in front of you.
I'm going to say this, man. There was a time when I was focused on such things.
True.
And I felt like it, too. There were times where I was working in the institution.
I like that.
And we were jockeying and bojangling for a 5% to 2 to 5% increase on your current salary, which wasn't nothing.
Right.
And I thought that was some money.
Right.
There was a time. I'm just telling you now, if you are sitting at home hoping and praying for $600, maybe you were doing it 5 minutes ago. Maybe this conversation changed your mind.
I hope it did.
If you shift your mindset to figuring out what's your purpose and what you can create for yourself, that whole, if it comes, great. If it doesn't, so the fuck what?
Right.
When you focus on world class, $600 ain't gonna get you there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you.
You're right. You're so right, man. She said she don't qualify for a stimulus check.
She doesn't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying she don't. But that's just, I mean, get up, go get it. Some people say how.
And if you take it to go get a pair of Jordans, and you're 40 plus, your priorities are messed up.
Man. Yeah.
And you're probably not in the room that I'm trying to go into or that I currently even sit in.
Yeah.
No one talks about that in those rooms. I'm gonna be honest.
Nah, they don't.
In the real clubhouse, not the shit on the phone, but just the people that you talking to every day. I've talked to Serena. She's a friend. We don't talk about stimulus checks. No, she talks about the next meeting, the next person, Exxon Mobil, and
yeah, she's boy. There's some rooms right
Dr.
there.
Donnell, he ain't talking about $600 stimulus check.
Hell no.
He might be talking about trying to get 600 houses.
Yeah, man.
And again, the people who don't have that, don't envy those who do.
Right.
Don't envy. Clap for that. Success is an energy.
Yeah, man.
Join it. Don't resist it. Don't fight it. Join the energy, and you'll find yourself successful.
Thank you.
But when you resist it, you get mad at Serena. She always on the news, and I'm so sick of her because she keep posting success. I'm sick.
I love that.
You know
shit.
what? That means you're out of balance. Then
Thank you.
If somebody else's success make you sick,
Yeah.
you're out of balance, and your hate for yourself is outweighing your hope for your success.
Right.
It's outweighing it.
Right. Right,
It is.
right. Because people that can applaud someone else's success understands that is the energy that is required for them to be successful. Yeah. And that is also the energy that you want in your endeavor. You want people praying for your success, not being envious of it, not praying for your downfall. And the only way to get that kind of energy is to put it out there. You got to know what it feels like to get it, to know what it is when you receive it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some people can't receive the blessings because they don't know what it is to be blessed. Mm-hmm. Their life been so fucked up. You know, it's like you meet that guy, or guy meets a girl, and the guy come from a rough, you know what I'm saying, situation, so he can't appreciate this soft ass woman, you know what I'm saying, it's really just trying to love on him.
Right.
He don't know what that feel like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he treat her like shit because he don't know what that feel like. Or everybody's, you know, a chick, same thing, she been beat up by a guy before, so she's expecting to fight every time they get in an argument, you know what I'm saying, when she's really with the guy that's never gonna hit her, so she slaps him though because she's expecting to be hit. Same thing, you know what I'm saying? So hey man, look here. I ain't trying to be broke just to make it simple. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be broke in knowledge either. You know what I mean? Right. I want to be rich in both ways, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have all this world knowledge and I can change your life with a sentence, but then I have nothing to show for it for myself. Because at that point, the knowledge means nothing to me.
Right.
If I haven't applied it, you know what I'm saying? If I haven't done anything with it, I take something from everybody I'm exposed to, whether it be good or bad. I saw Sharina last night, you know what I'm saying, at the spot. You know what I mean? And I was just excited to tell her how angry I was about the people that try to steal her shit, because I feel like I'm part of that. For whatever reason, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, because I know her.
Right.
I believe in her success. I believe her success is my success.
Right.
So
It's
I'm
an
offended.
example of what's
You know what I'm
possible.
saying? Yeah, fuck yeah.
You heard me say last night, she have a background in the things that she's created.
Man.
She's had a desire to create. And we all got this. You wouldn't be, listen, if you didn't have a purpose, you didn't have a reason to be here, you'd be gone already.
Yeah, man.
You're here for that reason. That's it. And if you're afraid of it, you're creating that yourself.
Yeah.
Fear and worry are two things that are two energies that we use that hurts us and not the object that we're afraid of.
Yeah.
The person's afraid of that cat ain't, you're not affecting that cat, you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Your heart rate's increasing, you're breathing all hard. You know, you're hurting your human experience by projecting, as John Maxwell says, these false expectations appearing real by projecting this on yourself. We watch the news every day. When have you seen wild cats attack human and scratch and kill them?
Boy,
You don't see it
you
nowhere.
don't see it.
But you think, oh, the little mouse, and you just go crazy and knock down.
That is the
break your
funniest-
ankle, run from a mouse that's running from you.
Bro, that is the funniest shit ever.
But it's fear.
It's like, yeah.
It's fear.
Fear, you lose control with fear.
You never seen one mouse kills woman in an apartment, you know?
I've never seen a mouse kill anything.
Anybody.
Yeah.
But we get to, and it's taught, it's learned behavior. Your mama probably was scared of mice. She probably gave it to you.
Yeah.
Now you probably give it to your kid if you don't break the chain.
I tell her, I ain't
It's the
scared
same
of
thing.
fucking mouse. The mouse better be scared of me. That thing's scared of you.
Yeah.
1,000 times bigger than that thing. But you know, it is what it is, man. Adam, what did Adam say? He said
Brother
something
Mark,
to you.
refresh us on the reason you vote the way you do with this knowledge and you sharing. I think it'd be good to hear. Why do I vote the way I vote? I vote. Actually, I vote my conviction of my heart. It was funny last night. I said on the microphone. I went. The Trump spiel in comedy is easy because Trump's a bad guy. He's a villain.
Oh, he's such a bad
He's
guy.
self-proclaimed villain. So
Yeah, he is.
It's easy to say who voted for Trump. And then I said I'm voting for Kevin Stitt.
Yeah, you
and
did.
people looked at me like I was crazy.
Motherfuckers could've- yeah.
I said I'm voting my interest. This man kept me open.
Who can argue with that?
Could
Nobody
have
can argue with
closed
that.
me.
Yeah.
I'm a business person. He kept me open. He did nothing to hurt me. He kept me open.
Yeah.
Thank you. Check. I'm voting my interest.
Simple.
But he may be talking about when I said I changed political parties back in the 90s through my mentor, Curry Ballard. We both changed parties. And we changed parties as a strategy at the time. And it went back to the miseducation of the Negro, Carter G. Woodson,
Right.
who said it's like 1932. He said any race of people that would pile all of their votes into one party doesn't deserve the right to vote. And basically the thought is to diversify both parties so that we always have stake and interest, no matter who, regardless of winners.
For sure.
If we're this person talking about, the Senate being blue, if all black people are Democrats, every time the Democrats lose, you're out. But if we say, well, we're gonna strategically be Democrats and Republicans, no matter who wins, we have a voice and a seat at the table
in the game
to make decisions and help your people. So politics should be a strategy more than an emotional thing.
And I think that's the part that's blinded black people in America is that we do everything out of emotion. You know what I'm saying? We are an emotional people. And once you know that you're an emotional being, that's power in knowing that. You know what I mean? It's like, who was it that said it? I'm trying to think. What's the gentleman's name? Came on After Dark with us. Spiritual guy.
Jerome Braggs.
Yes, I think it was him. I was producing podcasts with David and Grace, and one of the things that he said or came out of that show is that most black people are empaths anyway. You know what I mean? So, but if you don't even know what that is, and let's just say that it's true. If you don't know what that is, then there's no way you know who you are to a certain degree. So there's so much I think that's missing there. You know what I mean? Without that knowledge. You understand what I'm saying?
And by the way, folks who are watching, this coffee that he's smoking is not Maxwell House or Folgers. It's from, it may be from South America somewhere.
You are terrible. I saw it coming. I saw it coming. Let me help you out.
Crack that window. Oh my my goodness, my nose sticks up, people. I got a pig nose. Oh my goodness.
Whatever, man. I got the same coffee you got.
Nah, buddy. That ain't no sage. Y'all think it was sage?
Ain't no sage burning in here. Not right now. It's just different, man. It's just black people. We different. We can't get caught up in our feelings, man, because we feel everything. That's the point that I was making before you started talking about my coffee. We feel everything. You know what I'm saying? We see the world different. We're the only people on this planet that have had our experience. So we can't take what works for everybody and think it's going to work for us. It's not. It's not built for us. We weren't even thought of. We weren't even part of the process. You know what I mean?
Right.
When they were building the communities, they only wanted us to build the bricks in the houses. They never expected us to live in the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It was never for us. You know?
I just want us to see, you know, we're expert at replaying all the excuses of why we're not successful. We're experts at slavery, Jim Crow, war on drugs, COINTELPRO,
Right.
on and on. They kill all your leaders. We're experts at those excuses. You know, and I always flip that. I always say those may be the reasons why we find ourselves where we are. But let's not make those our excuse. Let's take those reasons, let's learn from those reasons, and let's build anyway.
I would rather, and
I'm not alive to perpetuate some downtrodden story of the black journey.
I'm creating my own,
here
man.
to create and flip that narrative and be a first generation dreamer and winner that can forever erase that from being the dominant part of our journey. We should let that dominate our story. I'm not doing that.
I think I agree with that. I think that one of the issues for black people is that most of us haven't had the real history, so they don't have no knowledge of self, right? So without that knowledge of self, you don't have the desire to either one, recreate what was once done by us, or create something new that doesn't reflect what was done to us. You know what I mean? Like, I see you being on the end of, I'm gonna write history this way. When they look back at my story, they're gonna say, I'm gonna be one of those people that they talk about, like they talk about a Rockefeller that really made a fucking impact through work, what you did. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna be on the side of history that, you know what I'm saying, that was on that positive end of shit. Because at the end of the day, I tell people all the time, man, like, and it's always a man that I'm telling this to, it's okay to be in your feelings, bro. It's okay. Just don't live there. You know what I'm saying? Get what you're supposed to get out of that experience and move on from it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. So I think with us, you know, we want to keep thinking about the bullshit that's happened to us. I understand being aware, but I ain't going to live there.
But the reason why you go through more of it is because you're focusing on it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're making it your reality every day.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
So you got to keep relearning the lessons of it.
It's like people that, like, when people travel, right, and you worried about I used to be worried about the fucking plane falling out of the sky up until this last trip. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna be a fucking plane a lot. I'm safer on this fucking plane than I am driving. So be okay with it, bro. Like, just be okay with it. And after that, I was okay with it. And I'm talking about 40 years of fucking flying. Just terrified on the fucking plane. Just trying to be cool pose. Talking about the cool pose. Yeah, I'm good. I got my music. I'm mortified in that seat. Like, fuck, man, this plane gonna fall out the sky.
Right. Okay, here's the deal, though. You know, and you know this. Worrying about it don't make it crash. And worrying about it don't stop it from crashing.
Yeah, man.
Worried about just destroying you.
So I just started watching the fucking movie and called it a day.
That's it.
And chilled.
Candace Washington says, I was just talking to someone about ownership is big, and some situations we can take advantage of, like the market, and start building empires.
It's possible, man. Yeah. I was watching a documentary on Vice about Detroit and how there's, you know, how the people in Detroit are really troubled by the people that are coming in because it's an abandoned city, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And the people that are there would much rather people that are coming in to build with them, not without them. Meaning, don't come over and try to take over. Come on and assimilate and.
That's not how life works.
It don't. You know what I mean?
The owners make the decisions.
So I say all that to say, when she say start building empires and take advantage of shit like that, like all this gentrification happening in Oklahoma City, we can benefit from it too. If you got the money, you can benefit.
That's it.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
only gentrification because the people who possess it don't value it enough to invest in it.
Right.
And so they get upset when other people do.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. And so I
We'll run
think
out there
that,
somewhere else and we see it. And then when they come in, oh, it's a shame I want that dad.
when I was young, I think it's good. Everything has its place in time. In the 90s is when people started finding out about it that I'm aware of because of my age, right? It's always happened. And it's really, when you really think about it, it's just fucking business.
Right.
You see a part of town that's turning into something, the property values are low.
Right.
You got enough money to invest, then you fucking do it.
Right.
How many people know that old black man own a bunch of fucking buildings somewhere and he just waiting for that shit? It's the same fucking thing.
His house is $5 and $10 grand.
Come on, man.
And the same person who don't own a house but took a trip to Dubai last year complaining about people that own shit. Same money, you chose the trip, someone else chose to build it.
Man.
They chose the land. Same money.
Yeah, man. And
Disney cost $6 grand to go to Disney. We went. Dang. That's a small house somewhere on the east side, probably.
It is
6 to 10. You can buy some land or something. What did you decide to do with it?
That could be first and last month rent on a brick and mortar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But if you don't have the mindset for it,
over money.
Hell, for a long time, I didn't have a checking account. The book Rich Dad Poor Dad, and my way my mom raised me, checks were bad. That was a mindset she gave me. And what until I got to college, and someone like Troy Beasley, matter of fact, he had a check. You right, Jackson, you crazy? He said, man, you got bank? I said, no, mom, check's bad. And it wasn't. I feel silly, but that's why I was in college. But I didn't know. She told me checks are bad.
Don't do by your checking account.
She didn't break the whole story down.
Right.
She had me thinking, I don't want no checks. And then you see people, we don't accept checks. You know, seeing little stuff. Checks are bad. Yeah, but shit. If you ain't got no money, I guess it would be bad.
Yeah.
That's the part that was left out of the story. I didn't understand how it worked. I'm being honest.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
being honest, I didn't know.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, sometimes when you don't know, you're gonna make decisions based on your experiences.
Yeah, that is funny, man. Oh Lord. So man, look, we about an hour and a half in this thing, man.
Yeah, we
rap.com, man.
Tonight, man, if you men, women, children, babies, baby mama, baby daddies. Tonight is Dope Poetry at the Ice Vincent and Grill.
Okay.
My guy Proverb, Jay Wiggins, and DJ the Maestro D Chappelle will be in the building, man. This is our spoken word experience for Black culture. It's been running now for about 4.5 years. I'm very proud of the show.
Right on.
I always salute those guys, man. They're my most independent running show that I have is Dope Poetry, meaning that I don't have to be in the state and they can run it, set it up,
down.
take it down.
Oh yeah.
And everything's gonna be okay. So I salute those guys.
Craziest thing ever. One time I was in there and I saw Verb come through and start setting up chairs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Oh, you do your own? Okay, player.
Yeah, they don't have to do it now because we got the dance floor and stuff going, so everything's already set up. But
there.
yeah, when I say they love that show, they love that show. Those guys take ownership. They got their own little groups, Dope Poetry group. They got shit I ain't even in the Instagram. But I don't, and that goes back to what I said. No one really works for me.
Work with you, bro.
They work with me. So I don't stop that. Right. I actually like that.
Yeah.
Take pride in what you do because, again, 10 years from now, 5 years from now, you're part of the fabric and the history of what we used to do in Oklahoma City. Mm-hmm. You're no different than Cab Calloway in Harlem and doing his time. You're no different than, what's my guy, Langston Hughes. We are those people. We're in the moment, so we don't see it.
Right. You right.
Yeah. They'll talk about, I'm going there.
That's crazy.
There. Music Man was hosting.
I don't even think about that shit.
Right. But I do because I love history and I know what was being built. Yeah, so it's not just like punching a time clock and showing up.
Right.
You're sewing yourself to the social fabric of the era and what we were doing.
Yeah.
Just like we go back and say, in the 90s, a lot of his brothers used to be in the mirror and they was dancing and all that stuff. And then when he was in high school, they had the sex mob. That's the fabric of what was going on during the time.
Man. Yeah.
So what we're doing over there at 1148 Northeast 36 is a major piece of what was going on during the time.
Yeah.
And everybody had a important. It could be me. It could be anybody. Mm-hmm. And we'll have these videos. We'll go back and look at what we were talking about, what we were doing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Very important stuff.
And it's all documented. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got a question on what I was doing during COVID. You can just look at my Facebook timeline.
But that's a major thing.
Yeah,
like what did you do during the Great Depression? I was collecting cans. We was doing this. We were going to the orphanages. I don't know.
I got
what we doing during COVID. This will be like that.
I'm tell you, man. I got a
My
copy.
son will say I was a little kid. I was elementary school during COVID. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's part of the history.
Every live stream, bro, since COVID, I got a copy of every one of them. I'm talking about every one of them, from the best ones to the worst ones. When Shonda Grimes, when they came to the Jazz, I got all of that shit, bro. Like I got my own, and to me, that's like a repository that, like, you know, God bless his soul. Like I would love to have a conversation about what this is gonna mean 50 years from now with Curry Ballard. Like, hey man, when this happened, man, this is what me and Mark did. What's that gonna mean 50 years from now?
Oh man.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. 50 years from now, bro, like, and they're gonna think about when everything shut down, what happened in Oklahoma City. I have documentary. I can tell you what's happening. You know what I'm saying? If I'm blessed enough to be here, I'll be 90 something years old. Can play it on whatever the hell you play this shit on 50 years from now.
For all of you who had a problem with James Cooper being favorite photographer, some of these same images you're gonna see at the Oklahoma Historical Society 40 years ago when they're talking about black people on the Northeast side.
Fuck yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah, man.
All that Gordon Park stuff you see, the people who record, he's everywhere. The people who are capturing the history, we remember it for it. So all those people sitting at home eating Cheerios, talk about they should have booked me. You got a camera and go up and show them, start taking pictures.
Yeah.
A lot of times he go out, he just captures to get content. He's not even on the ticket. He's just getting content,
bro.
He loves what he does.
Yeah, man. I do too. You know, I showed up for free to do a lot of shit, man, just because, man. Like, yeah. Anyways, let's get out of here, bro. Shit, man.
I thank y'all so much. Corey McGee, Glenn Whitaker. Thank you so much for commenting. Sharina Perry, with Candace Washington, DJ Rod Rashawn. DJ Rod, shout out to DJ Rod.
DJ Rod, what up, Rod?
Adam Clark, of course, again. Kevin Miller, I was going through his name. First Lady Anisha, thank you so much. Glenn said Clubhouse is great networking as well. Okay. Kitrick D. Johnson, thank you so much for your comments. I appreciate you. Ro, she said I've been missing out. Good stuff.
Hey, man.
Get your orange booty heart. It's a booty shaped heart.
Okay.
Shout out to my girl Ro. Who else we got on here? I'm just scrolling up. If I miss you, I have a lazy eye. Don't trip. Again, Mako, Cedric Moore, Shalonda Lewis, Christopher Day, again, Turkey Leg Mafia, man. You see turkey legs, man?
Man, yeah.
You smash out with?
Yeah, I need one.
Okay, you want the rice in it?
I like the one with the seafood joint, and I like the one with the mac and cheese.
Okay,
I haven't tried Ologies yet. He got the waffles.
With the greens on it?
Ology got the turkey and waffle.
I ain't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
T-Dot Derek E.D. Smith Jr. That's your brother from
That's the homie. That's my partner right there, Super Smith. What it do? Black and Chicken Fun in the building.
I'm sorry, y'all. We have a third person. I'm better about being able to stay in these comments, but it's just me and him. I'm talking, so I'm missing stuff.
It's all good, man.
But not person. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, let's go.
Peace.
We gonna holler at you on the other